That's the cut.
Your Honor, I have a record of the blackout for your perusal.
Say my first rodeo, Andrew.
Hmm. Quite.
Noon to 6 p.m. That checks out with the 1 p.m. time given. Now, Mr. Wright. Yes. Yes, Your Honor. You may begin your cross-examination. Cross-examination, Your Honor? I have no idea what that means.
Right. This is it. The real deal.
Oh, shit. What exactly am I supposed to do? Ignore the witness until he cracks.
You expose the lies the testimony and the witness just gave. The testimony the witness just gave. That's what I said. I can speak English.
You can speak English, hold on. Lies? What? Who was lying? How dare he? This is a court of law.
Your client is innocent, right? Then that witness must have lied in his testimony. Or is your client really guilty?
No, Larry Butts would never do that. How do I prove he's not?
You hold the key. It's in the evidence. Compare the witness's testimony to the evidence at hand. There's bound to be a contradiction in there. First, find the contradictions between the court record and the witness testimony. Then, once you've found the contradicting evidence, present it and rub it in the witness's face!
Okay.
Open the court record with tab.
Oh, I'm still ready.
And then point out the contradictions in his testimony.
Let's go. We already know one. This asshole.
What is this like ridiculous?
Woo! I'm such a goody truth teller.
I was going door to door. Wait, how did I do his voice? I was going door to door selling subscriptions when I saw a man fleeing the apartment. I'm not gonna read all this actually because
this is just a.
Yeah, this is gonna.
Oh, we have to present against each line, right? Okay. Well, okay. So can we look at the? Let's look at the court thing. Was her apartment door open when they found her?
Okay.
Like, can we look at the autopsy report? Is that a thing?
No, this is all it says.
It's literally just that, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Right. So she was beaten with the passport. She was in Paris. Oh. So so a contradiction would be, can we present 2 lines from him?
Yes.
Right, okay, so let's start with...
Well, we have a button that says press. So we like press it and be like, oh? So like, hold it, tell us more. Half open, you say?
Half open, you say?
Yes, the door was open halfway, yes. I watched for a moment, but no one came to close the door. That's odd, in a big city like this, I thought. I see, and what happened next? Thinking it's strange, I looked inside the apartment.
Right, okay, so that's just from the...
And I saw her lying there. A woman, not moving, dead. So, those call the police. However, the phone in her apartment wasn't working. So this is when we like press this.
Or press, okay.
Yeah.
So you can't present 2 lines of dialogue.
No, you press
right,
and then yeah.
The phone in her apartment wasn't working.
Yes, I mean, no, it wasn't, right?
But you said you didn't go in the apartment, or did you?
Oh, that. I can explain that. There was a cordless phone on a shelf in the entranceway. I reached inside and tried using that to call. And that phone wasn't working, correct? What happened next?
Can we look at the report from the power company?
Yeah, sure, hang on. Noon to 6 p.m. of the day of the crime.
And it's just that building. Like, I was thinking New Red Park might be in the same group.
Yeah. That's all of it. There must be a contradiction in this somewhere. Some of the court record tab.
Right, okay.
So we can press other
This
things. So we could press this and just get some more information out of it.
Sure. Isn't a man leaving an apartment a common sight? I find it odd you would take notice of him. That makes sense.
I don't know. He just seemed strange to me, that's all. Like he was mad, and yet frightened at the same time. Just like a criminal fleeing the scene of a crime.
The defense requested the witness refrain from conjecture.
Of course. What the witness means is that he saw the man looked suspicious. So what happened next? So we pressed this one. We've not pressed this one yet. What do we have? We have the thinker, it's rather heavy. Murder.
Cause of death. Whoa! 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 Whoa!
Wait,
whoa.
you saw
okay. Yeah. So the time of death is like 4 to 5 p.m. Look at the autopsy report. I'm pointing at it.
Well done.
4 to 5 p.m. and he was at 1 p.m. and he was found dead.
Good eye.
So yeah, so we can present the time and the time of death. Yeah.
Okay.
So present that. Yeah.
Present this Y, not A, for some reason.
Objection! You found the body at 1 p.m. You're sure?
Yes, it was 1 p.m. for certain.
That's the hill you die on, bitch. Frankly, I find that hard to believe. Your statement directly contradicts the autopsy report. The autopsy notes the time of death at sometime after 4 p.m. There was no body to find at 1 p.m. How do you explain this 3-hour gap?
Oh, that.
Oh.
This is trivial. The witness merely forgot the time.
After his testimony, I find that hard to believe. Mr. Sawit, why were you so certain that you found the body at 1 p.m.?
Gee, that's a really good question. Great job, right? Way to put him on the spot.
Yeah.
Way to put him on the spot. That's all you have to do. Point out the contradictions. Lies always beget more lies. See through one, and the whole story falls apart.
Awesome.
Wait, I remember now.
Oh no. Would you care to give your testimony again? Perhaps a little less bullshit this time.
Wait, that's bullshit.
That's fucking bullshit.
You see, when I find the body, I heard the time. There was a voice saying the time. It was probably coming from the television.
Wow, that's convenient.
Oh, but it was 3 hours off, wasn't it? I guess the victim must have been watching a videotaped program. That's why I thought it was 1 p.m. Terribly sorry about that misunderstanding.
You just 3 hours in the middle of the day. Just, I see. You heard a voice saying the time on a taped program. How convenient.
It's very impressive during a blackout.
Very impressive during a blackout. Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness. Because I know he's bullshitting, but you have to point it out, legally speaking.
You know what to do.
I've got this one.
It's fucking. I get literally this like situation where you're just like, yes.
No.
Gets me every single time.
I couldn't possibly murder someone.
Look how innocent I am. Right.
I already know what this is.
Blackout record.
Blackout record.
Objection.
Objection! Hold it right there! The prosecution has said there was a blackout at the time of the discovery. And this record proves it. Slab. You couldn't have heard a television or a video. What's to pay him off?
Well,
The defense has a point. Do you have an explanation for this, Mr. Summit?
no, I find it quite puzzling myself. Quite. Ah! Wait, I remember now.
Mr. Summit, the court would prefer to hear an accurate testimony from the very beginning. These constant corrections are harming your credibility.
That and you seem rather
That's when you seem rather
sorry,
distraught.
My apologies, Your Honor. It may have been the shock of finding the body.
Very well, Mr. Summit. Let's hear your testimony once more, please.
One more time.
We're gonna celebrate. He rings the time.
Actually, I didn't hear the time. I saw it. There was a table clock in the apartment. Wasn't there? Yes, the murder weapon. The killer used it to hit the victim. That must have been what I saw.
This guy is fucking. Oh my god, he is so in the. You saw a clock? I guess that would explain it. The defense may cross-examine the witness. He's clearly bullshitting. Gladly. I'd be a terrible judge.
So.
Okay, so it's clearly the fact he called it the murder weapon, and we have the murder weapon.
Yeah. But we could also press the table clock in our apartment, because he didn't go in there.
Oh yeah, sure. Hold it! A table clock? Was there a clock at the scene?
No. Phoenix!
This is the first I've heard of it.
Nope. Okay, not interesting.
Yeah, the murder weapon. Oh no, that was it.
Oh.
Back one. Back.
Oh yeah, they moved you on one.
Yeah. And then...
The Thinker!
Objection! Wait just a moment! The murder weapon wasn't a clock! It was the statue! Now how is this supposed to be a clock?
You with your objections and your evidence, just who do you think you are?
Phoenix Wright, turn it low. Just answer the question, Mr. Savitt.
Hey, I saw it there. Okay, that's a clock.
That's a clock!
Your Honor, if I may.
Yes, Mr. Payne.
As the witness stated, the statue is indeed a clock.
No way.
The neck is a switch. You just tilt it, and it says the time out loud.
What?
As it doesn't look like a clock, I submitted it as a statue. My apologies.
I see. So the murder weapon was a table clock after all. Well, Mr. Wright, it appears that the witness's testimony was correct. This is a clock. Do you have any problems with this testimony now?
Yes.
Because he said he saw the time, and it says the time! Your Honor, there's a gaping hole in the witness's testimony. The only way he could have known the weapon was a clock is to hold it in his hand. Yet the witness testified that he never entered the apartment. Clearly a contradiction. Indeed. The witness knew it was a clock because he went into the apartment. You're lying! You were inside the apartment on the day of the murder.
Oh yeah? Prove it. Prove I went in there.
I'll do better than that. I can prove you were the one who killed her. Oh shit. You struck her with the clock, and the shock of the blow triggered the clock's voice. That was the sound you heard. Man. Order in the court. I feel like that was maybe jumping slightly to conclusions. But intriguing. Please continue, Mr. Wright. I mean, we know he did it. Yes, Your Honor. Instead, that logic jump was a bit okay. Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Sowett, the sound must have left quite an impression on you. Understandable, since the murder weapon spoke just as you hit the victim. That voice was burned into your mind. That's why you were certain about the time.
Oh. Alright, hang on. What's the meaning of this? This is all baseless conjecture.
Baseless! Just look at the witness's face!
He grabs Kid Hanji in. Yeah.
Would the witness care to elaborate? Did you strike the victim with the clock?
That day I never. Look, the clock. I heard. No, I saw. Shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up! I hate you! It was him, I tell you! I saw him! He killed her, and he should burn, give him death!
I think he may have lost his cool. Order! Order! Order the court, I say.
Your Honor, a moment, please. There isn't a shred of evidence supporting the victim's claim, the defense's claims.
What? Mr. Wright. Your Honor?
He just yeeted his hair. I think that's evidence enough.
He just yeeted his hair. That's pretty good evidence. You claim the sound the witness heard came from the clock. Do you have any evidence? Ooh. The whole case is riding on this. I'd better think it through carefully. Your Honor? The sound Mr. Sowett heard was definitely this clock. A fact which is clear if you simply... Try sounding the clock? What does try sound what?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, see if you can sound it. Yeah. Yeah, that works. Let's sound the clock now, here in this court. Your Honor, may I have the clock? I asked the court to listen very carefully.
I think
that
it's
certainly is a strange way to announce the time.
8:25.
I think it's 8:25. Well, he is the thinker after all.
What terrible clock.
So, we've heard the clock. What are your conclusions, Mr. Wright? Mr. Payne, can you tell me what time it is now? Oh, it's 3 hours out! What? My word!
It's 11:25. Ah.
As you can see, this clock is exactly 3 hours slow. Precisely the discrepancy between what Mr. Sowett heard and the actual time of death. So, Mr. Sowett, try to talk your way out of this one. Phoenix Wright, attorney at law.
You forgot one thing.
Uh-oh, what's he talking about now?
While it may seem like the... Well, it...
Oh.
How do I do his voice? Well, it... No, that's a bit too posh.
I don't know the
that's
inside
my
of your
frog
throat
voice.
that well, Andrew.
What's that?
I don't know the inside of your throat that well. You're gonna have to figure this out on your own.
I would sure hope not. Well, it may seem like the clock is running 3 hours slow. It proves nothing. How'd you know it was running 3 hours slow on the day of the murder? If you can't prove that, you don't have a case. It's the James voice. It's like, how do I do the James voice, you know?
Oh, James.
Yeah.
He's right! How am I gonna prove that? Damn it, I was so close. Mr. Wright. It seems you lack the critical evidence to support your claim. Yes, Your Honor. This means I cannot let you indict the witness. Unfortunately.
Shit.
This ends the cross-examination of Mr. Frank Sowett.
I come all the way down to testify, and look what happens. You treat me like a criminal. A criminal! You lawyers are all slime.
I almost had him. Sorry, Larry. I failed you.
Oh, is that it?
Bad end. There's nothing I can do about it now.
Oh, shit.
What?
Not so fast, Mr. Sweat.
King had us going there. Mia! I mean, Chief!
Listen up, Wright. Don't throw this one away. Not like this. Think.
But Chief, it's over! I can't prove the clock was slow the day of the murder. Nobody can prove that.
Well, yes. But that doesn't mean you still can't win. Try thinking out of the box. Don't waste time doubting the facts. Assume the clock was 3 hours slow and think it through. Ask yourself, why was the clock 3 hours slow? Figure out the reason, and you'll have your proof. Right? Right?
Right.
Can you think of a reason why the clock could be 3 hours slow?
Okay, I had a theory, but Paris time is more than 3 hours behind Japan time.
But what if it's 15 hours?
Oh! Shit! Big brain Andrew Flowers over here. Man, see, I was on the right train, I was on the right track of thought, and you just fucking drove it home. That's fucking slim right there. Maybe I can prove it.
You must have evidence somewhere that you can prove right. Find it and let him have it.
Passport time, bitches. Well, Mr. Wright. You say the clock was already running slow on the day of the murder. Have you found evidence to support this claim? Of course! There is a piece of evidence in the court record that can prove my claim beyond a doubt!
Ha! Tough words. Let's see you pull this one off.
I've never seen a more innocent looking man. Let's see this evidence that proves the clock was running slow. Boom!
Oh, this is why not,
Take that! The victim had just returned home from abroad the day before the murder.
The day before the murder.
As we all know, the time difference between here and Paris is 9 hours? When it's 4 PM here,
Yes,
it's
that
1
works
AM.
as well.
That also works.
It also works. Math checks out.
We'll take it.
He did the maths.
4 PM here, it's 1 AM over there. The clock wasn't 3 hours slow, it was 9 hours fast. The victim hadn't reset her clock since returning home, and she takes the thinker everywhere with her. That's why the time you heard when you struck her dead in the apartment was wrong. Proof enough for you, Mr. Sowett? Or should I say, Mr. Did It? Holy shit, now we're murderers! We killed him with truth. Oda, Oda, I say. Well, this case has certainly turned out differently than we all expected. Mr. Payne, your witness?
Here. He was arrested and taken away, Your Honor.
This is just not notice. Very well. Mr. Wright?
Look, you can barely see with those eyes. Look at those eyes. You think those are eyes that see things?
Mr. Wright, I have special eyes. Yes, Your Honor. I have to say, I'm impressed. I don't think I've ever seen someone complete a defense so quickly. And find the true culprit at the same time. Thank you, Your Honor. At this point, this is only a formality, but... This court finds the defendant, Mr. Larry Butts, not guilty. Woo! Courtroom confetti. I love courtroom confetti. And with that, this court is adjourned. Mate, we did it! Our first case!
Yeah.
It turns out that Frank Sowett was a common burglar. He posed as a newspaper salesman to check and see when people were out of the house. That day... I thought he was one of our sugar daddies.
No.
When Larry went to her apartment, the victim wasn't home. After he left, Mr. Sowett let himself in to do his dirty work. While he was searching her place, the victim returned. Flustered, Mr. Sowett grabbed the nearest blunt object he could find.
Yeah, I know, right? Would have been awkward if you showed up late.
Woo! I still can't believe we won!
Right. Good job in there. Congratulations.
Yeah, thanks for coming, Gravity Kid. It's great of you. Thanks, Chief! I owe it all to you!
Not at all, not at all. You fought your own battles in there. It's been a while since I've seen a trial end on such a satisfying note.
I've never seen the Chief looking this happy. If she's this glad, imagine how Larry must feel.
My life is... Hang on, how do I do this? My life is over!
Larry! You're supposed to be happy! What's wrong now?
Oh, Nick! Don't worry about me! I'll be dead and gone soon!
Episode 2, The Murder of Larry Butts. Good. Wait, no, I mean bad! Bad, bad, bad! Larry, you're innocent. The case is closed.
But my Cindy Wendy's gone, man! Gone forever!
Larry! She was a hoe! Nah, never mind.
Congratulations, Harry.
It's Harry.
Harry! Yes, you! I can practically see the headlines now. Harry Butts, innocent. Thanks. I really owe you one. I won't forget this, ever. Let's celebrate. Dinner, movie, my treat. Oh no, I couldn't.
Hey, I was the one that got you off the hook. I'm glad he's moving on with his life.
Oh, hey. Here, take this. It's a present.
The fucking murder weapon?
Present? For me? Wait, wasn't this evidence in there? Actually, I made this clock for her.
Oh.
I don't know the reason such a ridiculous object exists.
Yeah, that's why it fucking sucks.
I made one for her, and one for me. Really? You made this?
Wow, that's like impressive.
Well, thank you. I'll keep it as a memento. Yo, Nick. Can you believe it? I was so into that chick. And she just played me for a fool. Doesn't that make you just want to cry?
Larry. Sorry, I thought I was going to continue speaking there.
I know. Are you sure? Squeeze me? I think she thought quite a lot of you in her own way. Nah. You don't gotta sympathize with me, it's okay. Oh, I'm not just sympathizing, really. Isn't that right? Right? Don't you have something to show your friend? Something that proves how she felt about him?
Huh? Oh, yeah, right. the heck is she talking about? Check this out, Larry. Proof positive you weren't just some chump to her.
Huh? What about that clock?
This is the clock you made for her, Larry. And she took it with her when she traveled.
I took it to the grave when she died. Whatever. She probably just needed a clock, that's all.
But this is so cumbersome, so large to fit in luggage, not even accurate. So awkward to see the time. You think so? It's a pretty heavy clock to take traveling. Well, make of it what you will.
Hey Nick. I'm glad I asked you to be my lawyer. Really, I
That's an
am.
attorney.
Thanks.
Hope that made him feel a little better. Nah, Phoenix, right? Solving crimes, saving lives.
Right? I hope you see the importance of the evidence now. Also, hopefully you realize things change depending on how you look at them. People, too. Shut up. How was I meant to know that she was meant to, like, that line was going to continue?
People, too.
We never really know if our clients are guilty or innocent. All we can do is believe in them. And in order to believe in them, you have to believe in yourself. Right? Listen, learn, grow strong, my child.
Man.
Never let go of what you believe in. Never. Hold on to the false truths in your heart, no matter how incorrect they are. Believe the earth is flat. Well...
Objection!
I think we've done our work here. Shall we be off?
Yeah, I guess so.
Say, have our dinner on me. We'll drink a toast to the innocent. But...
Yeah! Innocent butts!
Oh, speaking of Harry... You're saying part of why you became a lawyer is because of him?
Yeah, part at least.
You'll have to tell me about it more sometime. Maybe over drinks? Actually...
And so, my first trial came to a close.
Actually, I was going to invite you to this Flat Earth convention.
Shit. Larry slapped me on the back and said, "Gee, Nick, it's good to have friends." But I'm pretty sure he's not going to pay us. Unless you count the clock he gave me. I didn't know it then. But that clock was soon going to be at the center of another incident. And my promise to tell the chief about me and Larry, I fucking knew the chief was going to, would be one promise that I wouldn't be able to keep. I was literally about to say sad times when Mia gets murdered. I didn't think it'd be episode 2. That's fucking...